My sister and I embarked on the paparoa track a few months ago. The paparoa can be done over 2 nights and 3 days, so we had planned for that. So this is all the gear that we took. Due to really bad weather, we ended up not going the whole way, but we did spend 2 nights in the first hut. All of our food I dehydrated a lot myself, and then I rationed everything into each day, and that was everything for everybody every single day. Each morning I put a dehydrated meal into the thermos, and then we eat it for lunch. So these thermoses I got from Kmart. They've been really good. I have really liked them. This tramping track is a great walk, and the gas cookers are provided. You just need to bring a pot. So this is my primus. It's 1 litre. I took a bowl as well. We used the thermoses as bowls. We carried 3 litres per adult, 1.5 litres per child. I carry my emergency tarp, shelter, and some strings and pegs. We're staying in huts, so we don't need a tent, but I always carry this just in case the weather is that bad that we needed to put up a shelter on the track. I also have an extra bag of emergency snacks and things. This is the Trail Magic carrier. It folds up really small and compact. I take that for my eldest child in case his legs got tired and he needed to take a break. I don't use this for my baby yet. I just use my ergo carrier. I love using dry bags as they keep everything sorted into different categories. This is my first aid kit. I always keep in this dry bag here. My camera I also keep in its own dry bag, and I have extra batteries and SD cards, etc., in like Ziploc bags, or my PLB, and always an essential. These are a few different products I take. My survival balm, sunscreen, kawa balm for baby. There's my child's little torch that he has. More extra snacks, electrolyte powders and things like that. And then coming along, we've got clothing. So each of us have something to walk in and something to sleep in, and then a couple of extra things for the kids. She's got like 3 pairs of socks, sun hat, a warm hat, also bringing her cozy bonnet. She's got a fleece jumper. She's got a few merino layers. This is my baby. She's 4.5 months old, and she's got Polypro top and bottoms. My 4-year-old, he carries his own stuff in his pack, usually water and some snacks and a car or 2. So he's got socks, gloves, Polypro top, merino top, another merino top, another one. So he's got 3 merino tops. He's got a buff and a hat. He's got a puffer jacket. He's got raincoat, rain pants. He's got these are some I made. They are little short undies. They're made out of merino fabric, so he can wear those as shorts or undies or both. Fleece pants, merino singlet, and then these are merino fleece pajamas, so that's what he's going to sleep in. And then he's got a couple of pairs of Polypro pants, so that's him. That's his socks there too, so that's what he's up to. And then moving along to my pile of stuff, I have 2 pairs of Polypro's pants. I've got shorts that I'm going to walk in. These are merino undies and a merino bra that I made. And then this is one that I hacked into be nursing friendly. I just sewed a zip in the front. It doesn't look flash, but it does the job. So this is a synthetic sports bra, and I'm going to wear that. We've also got gloves just in case, but the temperatures are supposed to be quite mild, so I doubt I'll use it. I've got my buff, which can be a hat or whatever, and then I've got a ear warmer because I get cold ears. Won't be taking a hat this time. I'm just taking the buff and the ear warmers. I've got 2 pairs of socks. Then I've got a merino base layer. I've got a Polypro layer, which is kind of does the same thing as a fleece. It locks the heat in. And then I've got my fleece jumper and an extra merino layer. And then I've got raincoats. That's my inflatable pillow because I need one to sleep with. So I've got raincoat and puffer jacket and a puffer vest. And then the extra person on this trip, I've got sleeping bag, and I've got basically the same as what I've got. Obviously slightly different, but same. And my sleeping bag, which I pack at the bottom of my pack. And of course we can't forget hut shoes. So that's everything that we are taking.
So on this trip, I am not taking my 4-year-old's sleeping bag. Usually he uses a Morrison Outdoors bag, but because we're staying in huts, so my 4-year-old usually takes his Morrison Outdoors sleeping bag. It's rated to -6, which is great. It's super warm, but this trip we're not taking it because we're staying in huts. The huts are relatively warm, so instead I'm going to be putting him, if it is happens to be cold, I'm going to put him in my puffer jacket and use that like a blanket for him, or he can share a sleeping bag with one or the other. Baby shares a sleeping bag with me, so she just sleeps like here pretty much, and if that's not the case, then I'll put her in her. I'm also taking her little snowsuit, which is super warm and water resistant. It's not fully rainproof, but I've got my raincoat to protect her, and my raincoat's my baby wearing jacket. So it's got this like panel, so she's going to be fully protected inside my raincoat. But the issue with this raincoat is it's not fully water resistant. It's not fully waterproof. Like, it's water resistant and shower proof, but not waterproof. So I have to take an extra raincoat in case it is quite bad rain. But this will do the job, and it will keep her safe while we're walking. So yeah, back to sleep situation. This one here I'm going to take just in case. If it's quite cold, I might just share the sleeping bag with Mr. 4 and then put her in this on her own, because she sleeps perfectly fine on her own for most of the night. So yes, either that or her fleece thing. And lastly, the nappy situation is always a bit of a hassle with babies. So here I've got multiple inserts for each day. Because I do EC with her, I also bring her potty, so I can just rinse that at the hut and tip it down the toilet, and I'll carry that in a wet bag. I've got a bag full of wipes, and then that's all the nappies that we're taking with us. I take multiple inners and then shells. I've got muslins and like cotton flats that are quick drying, so that I can just wash and reuse them if I need to, but I'm not counting on that, and I'm taking enough that should last us for the whole 4 days. Alright, so I'm packing the bag now. So this is biltong and some Smarties and a chocolate bar. I'm packing my 4-year-old's bag, so he's got water, he's got 2 cars. If I let him pack them, he'll pack 10,000. I'm putting the chocolate bar in here. I'm going to try and hide it so it's harder to find, and I'll put those, kind of make them not so subtle, and I'll see how long it will take him to find them. So that's what he is carrying in his backpack. So just leaning down because all my stuff is down here. Now we're going to pack the bags. So I've got my first pack. This is my Osprey 68 litres, and this is Deuter 85. So I'm going to take both of them. On this tramp we're taking my sister, so I'm like lending her my stuff. So it's a bit crinkly. To start off with, we put the stuff in the bottom of the pack that we are not needing to use first. So I'm going to put day 4 and day 3 into the bottom of the packs, because we're obviously not eating those for the first 2 days. So putting the first day of food at the top and the last days of food at the bottom. So the food is all in this pack. Now I've got the emergency shelter I'm going to put on the side somewhere. I don't know, I might just stick it on the side there. I kind of wing it a little bit every time. So after we put the stuff of low priority at the bottom, the next thing I'm going to put in is sleeping bags. You want to put bulky stuff at the bottom if possible, because how you pack your bag makes a really big difference. My sleeping quilt I don't put into a bag, I pack it in loose, because I find I can pack the pack better if it's loose. So I just squash it in and pack stuff around it. A dry bag to put the dirty ones in so then they won't leak if they're like terrible. I've got a wet bag of nappies I'm going to put in the bottom, and then the ones that I'm going to need on the walk I'm going to put in the top thing, because baby nappies. Oh yes, and most important thing is a gummy. So I put this into the hip pocket. The potty, I'm just going to pop it in a dry bag and attach it to the outside somewhere. I might put it to the outside of this pack here. I don't know who's carrying what yet. The time. 20 kgs, 15 kgs.